Okay, it's 9 o'clock.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
He's automatically on, Ryan. He's automatically on, or you have to turn him on?
He's
No,
leaving him
we're
out.
having issues, so it's not picking up those four mics for whatever reason, so.
Can we switch?
Yeah. I want one of them ones.
I know what's wrong, I just don't have time to figure it out this morning, so.
Okay, we'll convene as the Walworth County Planning and Zoning Board. I need a motion to approve a plot of Track 1 Hoover addition to Walworth County located in the W2 NW4 NW4, aka Government Lot 4, Section 2, Township 121 North, Range 75 West, 5 p.m., Walworth County, South Dakota.
Jesse Gosh.
And it turned off.
Need a motion?
It's first thing on the agenda.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
This is a plotting out about 10 acres over by, it's the old Langston place over by Goodwin Commons. And somebody's buying that building site from Brett Huber. And that's why they're plotting it.
They're just taking the buildings out of it.
Yeah, it's just a, we might have a map, yeah. They're just taking the building site out of the rest of the quarter.
I'll take a motion for that.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Okay, got a motion on the floor, I need a second.
I'll second.
Got a second, any more discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion passed. Any old business? New business?
Move to adjourn.
We got a motion to adjourn, we got a second?
So moved.
A second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Okay, I'm gonna convene as Walworth County Board of Zoning Adjustment. Is there any old business? New business? Take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Got a motion on the floor, I need a second.
Second.
A second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed. Okay, we'll convene as the Board of County Commissioners. I need a motion to approve County Commission Planning and Zoning Adjustment Minutes for September 17th, 2018.
So moved.
We got a motion on the floor, I need a second.
One second.
Got a second, any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed. Has everybody had a chance to go over the claims?
I just want to know for sure that you want that roof replacement still paid.
That was the only question I had.
Brian said Dave was up there and looked at it, he said there's nothing different than the last time. The only thing that's there is this right out here.
Yeah, they hung up the conduit that was hanging down. Got all those little items taken off, but, and that lower roof's as good as it's gonna get according to the contractor, so. And this would be the final payment for that project.
If they got the conduit hung up there.
that was about the only thing that we seen up there,
That was
wasn't it?
left.
I was gonna try to pull pictures, but I think that was about.
Then I'd take a motion to approve claims if nobody has anything. Okay, got a motion on the floor, I need a second. A second, any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed. I see we got some people here, does anybody have anything?
That's not on the agenda, or?
What's that?
That's not on the agenda?
Oh, you are, just a second.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, we'll go to number 15, consider motion to appoint Commissioner District 5.
You guys all have ballots.
Then you get
The vote came to Davis Martin as the new commissioner. That's gonna be filling out the term, correct, Becky?
The year.
Yeah, the year, I mean.
Yep. I don't need a motion on that.
Make a motion to accept, going to Davis Martin to finish out the year.
I got a motion on the floor, I need a second.
I'll second it.
A second. Any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed.
Who wants to start today?
You wanna start today, you wanna start the next meeting, or?
Next meeting be good, I gotta go to Sioux Falls for my knee today.
Already?
Be okay?
All right.
Thank you, Davis.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Davis.
See you next
Thank you.
meeting.
You fit right in, he's got a keen too.
He left his in the pickup.
The rest of us need canes too, or?
Okay, we'll go to 16, Walworth County Care Center.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm going to introduce myself. I know you probably all know me, but my name is Renee Tisdall. You probably think, gosh, she's always coming here for money. But today I'm coming here for a request of budget allocation or funding, if you have it, for the Walworth County Care Center. As you know, the Care Center, or Good Samaritan, has announced somebody needs to take them over or the unit will close. They approached you, they approached the city of Selby, and we all know how that was probably gonna not work. So the community has decided to take it over, and now we're asking for donations from individuals, from businesses, from whoever that is interested in keeping that facility open. So, like I said, I know your budget is approved for the next fiscal year, and you have a little bit of time left in this budget year. So if there's any funding available, left over, please know that we would welcome any donations or any contributions that the commission, the county could provide. And
I'm just here, I'm not on the committee, but I'm here because I'm a concerned citizen and We moved here in 1970, and we hope we can stay here into our old age and have a place that we can go when we're not able to take care of our home and ourselves. So I'm very much behind this, and nothing else. If the commissioners can't do it as a group, you can sure do it as an individual.
Does the commission have any questions as far as the status or where the task force is at? Because I welcome any questions or
Like what is your,
anything that I can answer.
what's the goal kind of, I mean, as of right now?
The goal for startup funds, and this is just startup, is about $500,000, $500,000. And the reason for that is Good Samaritan is taking their IT infrastructure with them, which is their EMR, their payroll system. EMR stands for their electronic medical record system. So every patient has a record. It has what their meds are, it has their age, date of birth, what their histories are, medical history. They're taking that with them, and then they're also taking their phone system, which you'd think that that's not a significant capital investment, but it is. It's probably a $50,000 to $75,000 system. And then the payroll system is also a big deal just because the staff gets payroll differentials. So that they, depending upon the hours of the day that they work, if they're working a night shift, they get an extra 10% of their base. And a payroll system for that kind of entity is very important. It's not just a simple, oh, we can put their hours into QuickBooks and it'll calculate it and we can send it into the treasury. It's very complicated with the differentials. Overtime averaging, if it's not just time and a half, it's time and a half of the average overtime hours of all of the 40 that you get prior to that. So I only know that because I'm in healthcare and the hospital does pay differentials and overtime like we're required to do. So that system, we have the hospital has the exact same system that the nursing home has, and it's probably $100,000 just for the payroll system. We've hired a management company to come in, and they are helping us get started up because Good Sam is also taking their policies and procedures with them. Anything basically that had Good Samaritan on it will be gone, and we'll have to start over from scratch. Obviously, there's places that we can make reference to. We'll call the Bowdles, we'll call even Eureka, and compare their policies to what our new policies need to be. All based on federal requirements, state requirements, federal requirements, what we have to have. So in my opinion, those are the big things that's going to take some initial capital investment. The facility has about half self-pay, half Medicaid residents. I've seen a condensed, dummied-down version of the financial statements. I believe that the facility should run itself, but that's not a guarantee either. South Dakota Medicaid funding for those residents is about $135 a day. Self-pay reimbursement is about $222 a day, and right now they're not making money. So we need to do something different. We need to lobby to the legislature for higher Medicaid reimbursements. It would be great to increase our self-pay volume in the facility. That's not how our communities work. We are high Medicaid, and that's just the way it is. So.
When are you guys taking it over officially, or have you already, or?
The goal, the management company is coming this week Thursday to have a meeting with the task force, and his goal is to have it taken over by December 1st. Good Samaritan would like us to have it taken over by November 1st. He says December 1st. The management company says legitimately, we should be ready by December 1st. Good Sam would like us to have it by November 1st.
Well, what's the commission feel? How do you?
I don't know, it's a tough call. I was just trying to think of this on the way over. What are we given for like the ambulance and,
It's like
we
15.
give,
15,750.
Selby ambulance, Woolbridge ambulance, what else we,
County health nurse.
We have community health,
county health nurse.
that's about 37,000 for the community health contract, which is, again, that's a three-way contract with the hospital and the state and the county, and then the ambulance funding. And I know that this puts you in a tough spot, because if you do this for Walworth County Care Center,
Then
Mobridge is gonna be knocking on your
too.
door. The part that I want you all to remember is that this is for underserved people in our county. This is not for the self-paid people. They can afford it. All of those entities that you give money for, it all ties back to underserved in our county. So I know there's not funding. That's the hard part. There's not funding at the state, there's not funding here, there's not funding at the city levels. But if there's any way you can look and, make modifications to your budget to find a way to support, and it might not be financially, it can be, we need people to mow the lawn in the summertime. You have maintenance people, we're gonna need maintenance people there too, so.
Yes, Jimmy.
This is just me speaking as a Walworth County resident. This is an entity that is too big to fold. There is a huge trickle-down effect when you eliminate 50 to 60 families with regard to employment, and especially to the town of Selby. It goes all the way from Main Street to the schools when you eliminate that. Also, hopefully, the funding of the Medicare gap, which is kind of what you're talking about, right, Renee?
Yep.
Will get dealt with. So hopefully, this is a statewide crisis that we're dealing with here, not just Walworth County. And it's with almost all states that did not fund the Medicaid gap when the Affordable Health Care Act came through. So hopefully this is going to be dealt with in the legislature within the next year or two. But just from my personal taxpayer view, you cannot let this fold, at least temporarily. It's just there's too much economic impact that's going to affect this part of the county and Selby. And not that we're showing favoritism or anything, but I would say almost the same thing for any big entity. Because how many employees does the care center have?
We've not gotten a list of that, but I have heard that they have in the 40s, just under 50 is what I've heard.
That's going to be a huge impact to your city of Selby and the area, just with,
Right.
that's 40 families.
Schools included.
Yeah.
And some families would have to move because the spouse is in there, and say they can't find a rest home close to here, they're gonna have to move to Aberdeen, because they're not gonna drive every day to Aberdeen to see their spouse. So,
Jim, what do you think?
I would sure like to help. I don't know where we're gonna come up with the money. We're gonna be dipping into our reserve pretty good again this year, but I guess it wouldn't, I think we should maybe study it, maybe see what we can do, say, and come back with the next meeting. A plan, or yes or no, or
There's also supplements that need to be done for the budgets already because of the roof Or
I
those
don't
roofing,
think
stuff like
today
that.
we can make a motion and approve $50,000
It would have to be
or
on
X
the
number of
agenda.
dollars anyway, so.
And that is absolutely fine. We have no problem coming again. If you have more questions, you can sure get a hold of me or anybody on the task force. We're a community entity, so.
Isn't there a moratorium in the state as far as the number of beds available for nursing homes?
There are, I don't know all of the details on how all of that works. I know that you can give up your Medicaid beds if you would like, and then they get reallocated throughout the state if other facilities are in need of them. Our facility is not to its fullest capacity right now.
Now, is Good Sam gonna give them up though?
Yes.
They are giving up
Yes.
moratorium up?
Yes, the intent of Good Sam is to give, to donate the assets to this task force, to our newly formed nonprofit entity. All of those details aren't worked out yet, but it is a state license that Good Samaritan has for that facility, and as far as we know, nothing would change with that, the number of beds within the license. I'm gonna know a lot more on Thursday when the management company comes. They've been working out a few of the details with Good Sam. Our group has not signed a non-disclosure yet because our attorney was working those details out. So Good Sam isn't really talking to us yet, but they are talking to that management company. So Thursday, I will know a lot more. So if you want to talk about it throughout, after the meeting, at the meeting, I'm more than happy to come back at your next meeting and answer more questions.
I guess personally, myself, I'm gonna agree with Jamie. I mean, it's something so big that we can't lose in Walworth County, so somewhere, I know we're trying to make cuts and all this stuff, but somehow I hope we can find some funding to help a little bit.
Okay,
Anybody else have any more questions?
thank you.
Thank you.
All right, okay, have a good day.
We'll be in touch.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, for number 17, discussion regarding burn ban.
I guess supposedly Kurt Rossner got pretty upset because we decided to drop the burn ban without getting his approval or something. But we're the ones that have the say on it. And we appointed Kurt to be one of them to say that he could put the burn ban on, but it's the ultimate decision is still up to the commission as far as I'm concerned. I guess I don't know why Kurt got so upset about it when we made the decision instead of him.
I think he needs clarification because I said to him that you guys still had the authority and he said, no, you don't.
I thought we give the authority to him.
I would say we didn't, we told him he was like, my opinion was, yeah, we gave it, but he was just one of the ones that could do it. Yes, Jamie?
Kurt called me too. I don't have the answer. He asked me to look into it, but I still don't have the answer. So I have no input with regard to where that's at.
At that time, we decided it would have been Shannon, me, or Kurt. There was three of us that could have made it. So Shannon was gone, and so that left. Now I guess it could be Amanda.
Truthfully, I don't believe solely that it was Kurt Roston, just his authority. I guess I never took it that way when we did it, when we talked about
That's the
it.
way I understood it, that
That he was the only one that had the authority to do it,
that we give him the authority to do it.
and nobody else?
Well, I don't recall anybody else, but I'm old and forgetful.
There was 3 of us that was appointed to do it.
I think, Kevin, that I think you should sit down and have a chat with Kurt, because
I
we should just bring him in here and we should rediscuss this, I guess. Everybody's thinking different here. Maybe we should, at the next meeting, we should bring Kurt back in here and we should have a little chat about it. So we're on the same page on this deal. It's not the end of the world, but
Or you could just make a motion to appoint Kevin and Kurt and Amanda.
that's fine. It's probably the simplest thing to do. I mean, because I guess the way I look at it, I don't know how we would have solely just gave it to one guy, because what if Kurt wasn't here? That's why I don't believe we did that.
In my mind, if we're gonna have 3 on there, they should all 3 be in favor of it or oppose it. They should kind of work as a committee, not,
That's what we've always done in the past.
Make a decision based on the group.
yeah.
So we want to make
I'd
that,
make that motion,
to have those
to have
three.
those 3 on that committee and they make a decision as a group.
What if they can't contact one of them?
No, majority still rules.
Okay.
That I would think they should.
It isn't like it's gonna be done that day.
It's not, yeah, and it's not
You know,
going to
if
be
it's a
something
day
that's
or 2
happening.
later, or
I guess, I would think that if need be, I would think that they should be able to call any one of the commissioners if they think they need to have a third party. Okay, got a motion on the floor, I need a second.
I'll second.
Got a second, any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed. Yes.
Good morning.
First thing is an abatement, and actually it has a different number typed on the agenda than on the record number. It should be 4841. Deb wrote it up, I think, last week, and it came to my attention when the lawyer was working on selling this mobile home. What happened was we billed the mobile home in 2018, in 2017 for 2018, which is how we were hired to do it at that time. And then on the bill that went out, it got billed again on the bill for next, for 2018.
So basically, we're gonna end up having to do like a $20-some refund and abate, what was it, 100? Deb has that?
5620, I think Deb has it.
That abatement.
This is because it was basically double.
It was double billed for
Double
the
billed.
mobile home part of it. They sold the mobile home back in December, and now they're selling it again.
No.
So there'll be a refund of $35.46 total.
I so move.
Okay, got a motion on the floor, I need a second.
I'll second.
Got a second, any more discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay, motion passed.
Okay, the next thing would be to get a motion to remove taxes from the tax lien properties that we took. We took them in January and February of 2018 on these 4 record numbers. So we need to remove the taxes on them.
Do we still have the properties?
One in Java we do, we sold 2 in Mowbridge, and the one in Sylvia sold.
Okay, so we need a motion on number 4551.
Make a motion to remove taxes on 4551.
Okay, got a motion on the floor, I need a second.
Just a second.
A second, any more discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay, motion passed.
I don't think so.
All be separate.
Okay, I need a motion for number 5850.
So moved.
They got a motion on the floor, I need a second.
Second.
Got a second. Any more discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed. Okay, then I need a motion for number 5849.
So moved.
Okay, I got a motion on the floor, I need a second.
I'll second.
Got a second. Any more discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed.
34, make a motion.
Okay, I got a motion on the floor. I need a second.
I'll second.
Got a second. Any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we'll go to number 19. Consider motion to approve indigent burial.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm not so sure I need a microphone. You might want to turn that off so you don't blow out your constituents' eardrums.
Do you have a dollar amount on this?
Yes. First thing I would like to say is thank you for allowing me to come up here once again. And I did find out that I was incorrectly doing these where I have to ask for a motion and a second first and then the discussion afterwards. So I would first like to ask the commissioners to make a motion to pay for the funeral expense for file F2018A1.
Okay, I need a motion on that.
Aye, so moved.
You got a motion on the floor, I need a second.
I'll second.
A second. Any more discussion?
Now, do you have a dollar amount on this?
I do, it would be the amount that we do for funeral expenses, only $2,500. That was one of those items that you do at the beginning of the year when you do your bank and your papers and all of that, and that's when you decide that's what you're gonna do. I did do the homework for this, looked for alternative routes, made sure that the individual had done everything that was required, just like with the medical assistance, that they had looked for programs to help sustain them. And even with all of the programs the individual is on, bare minimal, and so it would be ours to take care of. This is our first funeral expense for 2018. I have another one that we're debating right now, but the funeral actually happened at the end of May or beginning of June, and they didn't come to me till August, and then refused to fill out the paperwork. And as I informed the funeral home, I can't pay the bill because I have to make every individual go through the same process as everybody else. Just because I know Kevin and I know that he's financially in a bind, and you don't have to fill it out. I know I can't do that. I have to treat everybody exactly the same by statute. And I have to have the proof in my folder, so that's kind of been a little contentious at best. But I'm sticking to my guns because I I want paperwork in a file folder that backs up your decision as commissioners. And my footwork for my boss, Jamie Hare, that it was done correctly following the statutes.
Any other discussion on that then? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed,
Say nay. Motion passed.
Then I just want to give you one quick little update, and this will be about Medicare Part D. I go for training tomorrow. They will feed me, they will pay for my gas and transportation to get there. The only thing the county will pay for, of course, is my time that day. I'm pretty excited though. This year we have planned a day in Selby at the Opera House from 9 to 6 for people to make appointments. And then we have 2 days in Mulridge, October 24th and October 25th, 9 to 6 at the A.H. Brown Library. And then the next day will be 9 to 3 at the A.H. Brown Library. So hopefully we'll connect and get in touch with more people, save our constituents more money, and just take a moment to go through their prescription drug plan. Other than that, I don't have anything else.
Brenda, can you send me that schedule email?
I will do that for you, please. Any other questions for me? All right.
Thanks, Brenda.
Great, thank you.
Update on County Road 319. Yeah, the PSI test last Friday was at 3580. It needs to be at 4,000 before we can open the road. The seeding is being delayed because of the rain. I'll let you know when that's gonna happen. We'll walk through the project towards the end of completion and discuss anything that needs to be completed that has not been done. The bid was for $324,430. We have paid $158,122.80, which leaves a balance of $166,307.20. Contract provides for a $650 a day liquidated damages per working day beyond the date of substantial completion, which was August 15th. So as of last Friday, that's 31 working days, less 4 rain days and 1 holiday, and that comes up to $16,900. Liquidated damages are up to the commission whether you want to impose this or not. We have not gotten a final bill from Sharp. That will have to be decided at that time. Did the letters get sent to the contributing parties yet?
No. You want to go on those numbers?
Yep.
That we had, okay. I can send them out tomorrow.
Any questions on
Have
that?
you looked at that whole project? How does it look in your eyes?
Well, there's some cleanup that has to be done, but a lot of that will happen when they do the seeding. A lot of the edges and all that stuff, that'll all be cleaned up when the seeding is done, but they can't do the seeding as long as the rain keeps going. But because the concrete isn't a PSI, that's really not affecting the completion. The dates still continue to add up.
Got phone calls, everybody says, well, it's opening on Monday, and I says, well, I don't know where you're getting that from, but I said, Penny never called me and told me anything.
Nope.
I would say,
Mike wanted it open on the north side only, and I said, absolutely not. That road is not gonna be open until the PSI is 4,000 or more.
When's the next test for
Right.
PSI?
Right.
Do they have an estimate of how long that'll take?
Well, we're hoping by Friday we'll reach the 4,000 PSI. It should be, it jumped, if I don't quote me on this, but I think the test before that was 2680 and then it went to 3580, so it can jump pretty good from one week to the next. So all we can do is wait and see. But that's where we're at right now. They'll do another PSI test on Friday. Michael let me know. But that's what I've got on that.
I wish that they would Oh, you can see have you been out there since rain, or rain sets?
Not today, I have not had time to go out there today.
You know, to me, it's just, I don't understand how a contractor can do that. That's even on the new part where they can't even slope it where it's right. It's not. I mean, there's a spot right by Jerome's building that would have been in the new stuff.
Yeah,
And the water's setting there. I mean, is it?
right on the corner there of this building.
No,
Where the dip
oh no,
is.
it's back towards, to the east.
Oh, okay.
And you can just see it, I laid a level on there, yeah, the level goes the wrong direction. It's just-
Yeah, but Scott, that's outside of the right of way too, in this project.
It's in the valley, it's in the gutter.
It's in the gutter where it's laying.
It's in the gutter where I'm talking about.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
in the gutter where it's laying.
Yeah.
It's not on the outside or nothing.
Oh, okay.
This is
It's in the actual.
It's in the actual
Yeah, gutter.
concrete.
Okay,
Yeah, you
Okay.
can, well, the water's sitting there.
just sitting there, well,
Am I saying a big amount? No, but it sits there.
Mm.
It's always gonna sit there.
probably. Yeah, well,
Well, I guess my opinion, you asked that about the 16,900. I know what my vote is. I'm not afraid to say that.
No.
I absolutely am not gonna give one bit back on that penalty or whatever guy wants, what word he wants to use.
Liquidated damages, it's not a penalty, it's liquidated damages. Okay, and until it gets totally completed, there'll probably be more days added to that total. That was as of last Friday, that amount. So, until that road is open.
So it'd be potentially another 5 days then.
Yeah, depending on what the PSI reading is. You didn't give me much time to get you information on, update on flood repairs. So I quickly put some stuff together this morning. I was gonna do this at my second meeting, but. Okay, the bridge repair on the two bridges will start soon as the 404 permits from the DNR are approved. The bid was awarded to RP&H out of Reliance at the cost of $218,262. Sitka culvert replacement will start around the first part of November. That bid was awarded to B&B Contracting out of Aberdeen in the amount of $119,020.45. We hope to use the two culverts taken out of that road and put them in the section line southwest of Selby, the Von Thorstensen section line. We've got a lot of graveling done, roads cleaned up, north of Selby and north of Java, still have some graveling to do, but all roads are passable and have been bladed. We still have a few culverts to repair, inlet and outlet ends, put in riprap and dirt, but none that were severely compromised, just need a little TLC. We got the culvert replaced on the section line east of the bee farm. Replaced the culvert at Ralph Combs and the road was gravelled. The culvert was placed at Wolf Bay Road. We repaired the culvert on the gravel road east of the Selby Cemetery. We replaced the culvert northwest of Java at the House Place. We did culvert and road repair at Arlen Miller's. We're getting ready for the stabilization project on Wolf Bay Road today. But with the rain, we are not going to be able to actually get going on that till tomorrow. Section line was cleaned up, debris taken from County Road 240, County Roads 231 and 323, and that was hauled to the north pit. I had said earlier that we hauled it to the landfill, but we didn't. We hauled it up to the north pit. So any farmers want to come and get it, they're welcome to it. Blading, graveling of roads will continue throughout the summer. We'll continue to haul gravel as long as the weather holds, and continue working on any culverts and roads that need repair.
Where'd you pull the gravel off for down at Wolf Bay?
House pit.
I had a phone call the other day about, out there by Jason Crafts, or is that doing, the culvert shop there?
Marty been out there. It was just a hole in the road. Open hole.
Okay. But you're getting a lot of that debris in the ditches, you're cleaning that out with that skid steer, is that what you're doing? Or?
Well, yes. remember, I've only got 8 guys, so when we have time, I try and schedule it so we can get in there and get it cleaned out. To the right of way, that's our responsibility.
Anybody have any questions for Penny?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Penny.
Yep.
Good morning. I don't have a lot to update on the mitigation plan as of right now, because it's kind of just getting the ball rolling. We had our first meeting on September 20th. Jennifer Seetsema from NECOG was there to kind of give us some guidance on how to get this thing going. She kind of said that the way to get this thing going is actually get some boots on the ground, talk to people in our community, talk to you guys as the leaders of the community and everything, and really see what's going on as far as the natural hazard out there that could really affect our county. Our next meeting is October 19th at 11 at Pizza Ranch. We really encourage you guys, if you can, to show up, put your input, see the whole process on how to get this plan going, just so our county is more prepared if anything were to happen. Like I said, there's not really a lot to update on this one, just to get involved. And if you have concerns or any ideas on how to make it safer, or get us more prepared, let me know, stop in, give me a call. That goes for anybody in the county too. If you have any ideas or anything, just let me know.
Is that gonna be part of the Warhawk meeting?
Yep, it's part of the Warhawk. And Jennifer Seetsema actually will be there at this next meeting too. And,
Is that
she's
11 o'clock?
11 o'clock at the Pizza Ranch. And then I think at that meeting also, she's gonna try to talk to us and actually get a time scheduled to come in and talk to us directly at one of these meetings, the commission meetings, and give us information straight on, so. But other than that, just kind of getting started on it.
What was the date on it? 19th.
19th of October, yeah. That's all I have so far.
Anybody have any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna skip 22. Josh?
Good morning.
Morning.
I guess one of the questions I have is, did you happen to go and do some searching back some years to see if some billings did not get done?
I have not yet. I guess, do you want that to happen? Or?
Well, I guess if you found that many that weren't billed, I guess I don't think it would hurt to look back a year and see what a year does, and
Okay.
I would think that should be in best interest for us.
Okay. I can do that. I can go through 17. It'll take me a little time. I probably won't have it for you next meeting, but hopefully the one in November.
Okay. I think that would be, I think a guy should.
Okay. I can do that.
Does anybody else have anything? Or? I guess I know it was brought up about you driving the vehicle. Whatever happened with that? I know we had talked about that, about Justin driving back and forth. We talked about that a few months back.
Yep, and we discussed that for 2019 budget.
Okay.
Seemed like I had something, but I forget what it was. I guess so he's gonna keep driving until budget year starts over?
That's what I thought what we planned, I guess.
Does anybody else have anything? Does anybody? Okay. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, let's go to number 24, results of the 2016 general election ballots. Question.
Basically, there was an issue on one of the elections on the 2016. First time that we could actually legitimately open the ballot boxes was prior to this election. Amanda and Becky and myself went through all of the ballots, and they were all exactly the same. There was no errors. So, and we would
So
have
it
gotten
probably
a court
shouldn't have
order.
been put on video if it wasn't exactly true.
But yeah, we pulled the seal off the box, and it's technically you need court order to do that prior to,
The 22 months.
yeah. So we pulled it off, and yeah, went through all the boxes that would pertain to that election, and they were all exactly the same, no errors.
That definitely should be said, that exact, because I heard a lot of rumble about that.
That's why we put it on the agenda.
I think the problem was they seen it in the paper and they just got confused. Because it was listed in the paper as the commission race on that ballot.
Good job anyway.
Thanks.
Well, thank you on that. All right, anybody have any old business?
Yeah. Was I supposed to bring up this under jail department issues about those meetings?
Oh, no, the ones that she made copies of in here, I updated the actual agenda, but these copies don't have it on there.
Okay, that's why I didn't know if I was supposed to bring that up.
Yeah, it's on the actual agenda, she just put the wrong copy in here. It would be next on the agenda, I can go get a copy if you
That's
want.
right. I guess my opinion is, I think we need to have 2 more public meetings to discuss the $10.5 million bond issue that people are gonna vote on. I don't know what the rest of the commission's feeling, but I think we need to have one in Selby and one in Mulbridge to have the public ask us questions and to put it out there to say, this is what you're voting on. You're voting on whether you want to approve $10.5 million for a new law enforcement center, and this is what it's gonna cost you. And if somebody has questions, they can ask any of the commissioners. I don't know if you want Jamie to be there, or if you want Josh to be there.
I would think they should be there, yes.
I was just gonna say, it would be good to say, this is who we want to have there.
That's why I'm bringing it
how,
up now.
and the dates and all that, yeah, definitely. But if we have all the commissioners, which I think you're kind of gearing towards, it needs to be posted as a public meeting. But,
We're looking at the 8th and the 15th of October, possibly the 8th at Selby School, the 15th at Sheerhouse in Mulbridge.
I won't be here on the 8th. I'll be in Wisconsin, but the 15th will work. But I think I agree with you that we all should be there, to be honest, to answer any potential questions with regard to anything that pops up.
What time?
That hasn't been set.
Okay.
I need to find that out in this meeting.
What time would work for everybody? Start at 7?
I would think 7 should be, everybody should be done with work, and I would think 7 would be,
If you get something to eat, and then
I definitely.
Jim, are you in
should be there.
favor of that, or
Well, I
what's
think
your,
so, yeah.
or what's your opinion on that?
Some way, somehow, we gotta get the word out. Our last meetings, I thought was kind of a joke. Like, we have 40 people in Mobridge, we should have
200?
had.
I think you're even on the high side at 40.
I would think so. I think-
40 included the 10 of us that were there.
Yeah. I was pretty disappointed in that meeting, really. I thought we should fill that place.
Marion, what do you think?
Yeah, that's fine with me. It was, I think the public, at least to have the ability to ask questions, I think that was one of the disappointing things in those other meetings is I don't think they had the ability to ask the questions.
Yes.
We could probably, and that's what you're going to have to decide, is do you want to run it maybe like when we did on the wind energy? Or they can make a statement or ask questions, need to sign in, how do you want to run that meeting? Or do you just want to say this is what's, and then open it up to questions, or, because we don't want to be there for 5
Probably gonna have
hours.
to limit the time.
And maybe, are you going to want them to address positions or just have questions? Because we don't want to get into a battle over yes or no's. Or is that something that you're also considering, is you want people to express their opinions, or just questions regarding, because what we should probably do is like an opening statement, lay out the specifics that we know. Estimated cost is going to be 10.8, this is the number of beds, this is the number of improvements, also the fact that we're doing more improvements other than just the jail with elevator, handicapped, controlled access, things like that, with regard to this particular building and the changes that would also include this building, and then whatever else you want to put in with regard to anticipated revenue, cost of operation, all of that stuff, or do you just want to open it up to questions? So I think we should be very.
You gotta have an opening statement
Yep.
to put it out there so they know what they're voting on.
And that's what I'm saying is, and then do you want to just open it to questions, or do you want to open it up to opinion? What time limit do we want to put on? So I think we should come in very well organized and in control so things do not get out of control. And I thought when we did the wind energy stuff, I think it was very well controlled as far as crowd control and things like that. But that's things that you're going to need to decide on what you want to have with regard to questions or statements, how much time, what you want to put into your statement with regard to it. I think you should all agree on that. And those types of things before we are ready to go on the 8th. Because I thought we were well organized when we operate like that, rather than what are we going to do at the last minute? Don't you think so, Becky? It makes things a lot easier. And that's a decision that the commission's going to have to make. And then we will implement your decisions.
Well, I think that's how it should be run too, just like the, up there.
What do you think,
To
Jim?
me, that was pretty smooth.
Yeah, we need some guidelines, some rules.
Do you want to open it to opinions, or do we just want to open it to questions?
I would say, I don't know if you really wanna get into opinions, cause then it's gonna be a fight between one and the other.
Well, and that's kind of what I was thinking is
It's
not.
more about getting the facts out there for the people to have an educated
Yes.
response of what they're voting on.
I think questions.
I would agree that questions are going to be much better than opinions, because opinions can tend to get a little volatile at times when people disagree, and I think we want this to be an informational meeting, not a confrontation between opposing views. And also, what do you want to limit, well, realistically, one question per person, and then the chair would get the answer from whoever is best to answer it, We could ask them to submit questions in writing when they come in, or,
They could direct a question to a specific commissioner.
sure, if that's what you want to do, but that's the things that we need to iron out in order to make sure this meeting runs well, and the only ones who can make that decision is you, the commissioners.
I would say let them open it up to a question, any specific one, or if they don't say a specific one.
And we should, well, I didn't mean to interrupt, but we should also probably have an approved statement that's going to get approved by everyone. And then someone can read that prior to at the start of the meeting, just basically lay down all of the information. But I think as a commission, you need to be in agreement as far as what that statement says.
I started working on one.
But yeah, you should all be in agreement on it before
Before next Monday.
Yes. And like I said, I will not be there on the 8th if you want to run on the 8th, so I'll be in Wisconsin with grandchildren, so.
On Monday night, there's no sporting activities or anything going on, and plus we're close, so I can be there.
Yep, and especially if I'm not going to be there, I'll probably lean on Ryan a little bit to kind of do the refereeing and things like that.
I mean,
And Becky and I can work on what we want to do, and we'll implement.
Josh, you agree with this, or?
Yeah, I do. Sounds good to me.
You gonna be there to answer questions too, or
Of course.
is it you and Justin, or,
Probably just me.
okay?
well, I was just wondering, are we rushing a little bit on trying to get the question so we all agree on it, or should we go to the 15th and 22nd? I know that's getting closer to November, but if we don't all agree on these questions, go ahead, Jamie.
I would agree with Commissioner Schelling. I think it's kind of important that I'm there too, unless someone else wants to rain herd on the people, because you have to make sure things do not get out of control. And I think it's going to take a while to get that official statement approved by everyone.
And I think that the state's attorney wants to be there also because I know some questions are gonna get directed toward him.
Yeah, that's true too.
Also,
I'm all with
just for
county's caseload and
advertising
whatnot and what's going on.
that's happening, it would be
Yeah.
nice to be able to get it in the paper this week.
We're cutting it too close.
I think 8th is a little,
You'd have to see if
That's
it
next
changes.
week.
I'm not gonna be here this week.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're talking next week already, I mean,
Yeah.
I
yeah,
can,
you're gonna be.
I'll check with the school.
I think we should, yes,
I would say maybe like Commissioner Schilling said, the 15th and the 22nd, both Mondays, and have them one in Selby, one in Mulbridge. And that way, everyone who plans on addressing questions is going to be there, which would be all the commissioners and the sheriff, correct? That'll work for all the commissioners? That'll work for you, right, Sheriff?
Were you asking me? I'm sorry.
15th and the 22nd. 15th in Selby at 7, and then 22nd
I'll make
in
it work.
Mulbridge, so.
I'll check with the school.
The only thing I guess I was questioning, I mean, I understand if we push it even another week out, but then we would at least have a commissioner meeting beforehand on the 16th, wouldn't we?
Yeah,
no, it'll be
but-
over with.
No, I'm just saying if we did it on the 22nd and 29th,
That's only a week before.
that's pushing real close to the
I would think
vote, I
that's real
know.
close.
But I just thought we'd have a commissioner meeting to approve that statement or whatever, if we wanted to do that, or.
Well, we can send it out and
Send it out
have
and
you guys
everybody-
respond. If somebody has an issue, then we'll have to push it back.
Yeah, that would be the plan, where all of you would have to approve it before it gets read at the first meeting. And that's why we want the extra time, because I think there's going to be some fine tweaking with regard to what we say in that. And it's gonna have to bounce around through all of you in order to get approved. And again, we want this to go as smoothly as possible. And there's no disputing or arguing even ahead of time.
I would think that just in that whole week we're gonna have, or better, just about 2 weeks, we should be able to get that amongst us with.
And we will still press up on a deadline. Yeah, 2 weeks, I think.
Right. I just think we go any longer, that's getting too close to,
Plus you're in pheasant season. Pheasant opens up the 20th and everybody's gonna be,
okay, so we all agree then, let's try to do the 15th and 22nd?
yep.
Yeah, then you'll check on that right away to
Yeah.
make sure?
7 o'clock time, Scott?
Yeah.
If we're doing Selby first, I know they said 15th was open also. I didn't confirm with them what day we wanted, but I'll have to check on Share now for the 22nd.
I think we want to publish that in the paper too, then.
I would say, yeah,
Yeah.
and on the radio if possible.
That's why if we would go next week, we,
Yeah, it's pretty short notice.
oh, it's about impossible.
Okay, that's good right now.
We could do that.
Would that make some sense?
Maybe, I guess.
We could
I
do
gotta,
that.
I gotta
So
grab
do we
the
want to move our
schedule book.
commissioners meeting to the morning of the 15th? Before that meeting on Monday night?
Mondays are court days for me,
Okay,
so generally,
that's not a good deal for you then?
sometimes Monday mornings
Yeah,
get
everybody's
very,
gonna have to look at it before
Okay.
that morning anyway.
Yeah, and that's fine, I just thought
I
maybe it'd
think
be
let's
easier.
just get it all sent out to everybody, a text or whatever, and get it smoothed out. I think that's just gonna be the easiest. Okay, we all agree on something.
Okay.
Okay?
So, as soon as we could get it put on community calendar right away too.
As soon as she knows.
Yeah, I just sent a message to Heather to see if Share House would be open on the 22nd.
Okay, anything else there? Any new business? I would call that news, but any more?
Well, it's on the other,
It's on the actual agenda that was posted.
New business.
make a motion to adjourn then.
They got a motion on the floor. I need a second. Or a second. All in favor, say aye.
usually just.
Opposed, say nay.